Time now for the Friend Zone, where we ask some of our friends from within the building here at Fox onto the show because they're great people and you never see them in their native habitat. So tonight, one of the greatest of the great people, Shannon Bream, joins us. I've got a couple questions, but the first, since you're an expert on the Supreme Court and you're a lawyer, so the president-elect has said 20 times, you know, I want someone like Scalia. There's this new study that evaluates his 21 candidates. How does that work?
Yeah, they've got a scale of what they call Scalia-ness, and it's a group of all these different professors who are looking at where they can the paper trail, the judicial trail of, you know, all the people who are on the list. He gave us a list of 21. The president-elect said he is picking from this list. He said it repeatedly, and so unless he completely breaks that promise, you know, we know who we're looking at. So they've gone through the list, and there are a couple of federal judges that they say most line up would be most like Scalia. Bill Pryor is one of them. Neil Gorsuch is the other one, and they are on the list. So we'll see. But, you know, when you're looking at who is about originalism and who doesn't mind dissenting from the pack, things that, you know, were hallmarks of Justice Scalia, they have a scale for that.
I love that. Scalia-ness. It's like the Richter scale, but more awesome. I noticed as you put your hand up, by the way, Shannon, I noticed a glint on the fourth finger of your left hand. You have a wedding ring on.
I do. It's so surprising. I've been married almost 21 years. But listen, you know that a few months ago, I lost this simple gold band that I got married with almost 21 years ago. There is a close-up picture of it. You can see, I mean, it's not an expensive ring, but it means everything to me. And several months ago, when I was traveling campaign trail, weddings, graduations, on one particular trip, I'd been in numerous cities. I got home and realized I could not find it in my jewelry bag. I couldn't find it everywhere. I ripped apart my luggage. I called hotels. I called restaurants trying to find it. And I just finally, 3 weeks later, I confessed to my husband, this is Mr. Bream, Mr. Sheldon Bream. You know him well.
Sheldon's a friend of mine.
I tearfully confessed to him that I could not find it. And I was so afraid of how he was going to react. But he was a total sweetheart about it. He could see. Of course he was. I was just heartbroken about it. So I posted about it this last week because on Thanksgiving, we were down in Florida with my parents. And, you know, I had on a pair of shorts, which I hadn't in a while because, you know, we've been in D.C. It's been freezing up there. And as I was sitting down to read a book, it was a beautiful sunshiny day. I was feeling very grateful about being there and being, you know, recovering from the campaign trail. I reached down because my lip balm, my little chapstick, was falling out of my pocket, and this gold ring, the sun glints onto it and it falls out of that same pocket. I had prayed and prayed and prayed. I'd given up hope I was ever going to see it again. And there it was right before Thanksgiving. It was the simplest ring. I have things that the world would say are more valuable, but nothing really in my jewelry box is more valuable than this. So I posted a story about it on Facebook. It went viral, and so many people told me their great stories about losing something precious to them and, you know, praying and hoping and in most cases getting it again. But sometimes having to make peace that they lost it for good. And I'm super grateful.
So how did it get there? I mean, that's an amazing story, by the way.
You know what? I think back in June when I lost track of the ring, I mean, I would have been wearing shorts on these trips that I was on. And this pair of shorts, I guess I have to confess that they got put away without going in the laundry because otherwise that ring would have been clanking around in the washer and dryer. I think it would have found it. But I just had searched everywhere. And I tried to tell myself, listen, I prayed and I said, God, if somebody else has found it, I pray if somebody else is wearing it, it brings them the same happiness that I've had. And you know, when you've been married for more than 5 minutes, you know, you have to keep those vows and you have ups and downs. And there have been many times I looked at the ring and thought about the promises that we had made. And so when it showed back up right before Thanksgiving, it just gave me a whole new reason to be thankful.
I love it. We have the nicest people here at Fox, and it's not phony. It's totally real, especially in your case. Shannon, thanks a lot. That's wonderful.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.